Magneto, and Mega Man X Frank, and then Rika Reedman is doing pretty much a classic nice color outfits over there on the right, player 2 side.
The color synergy in between Magneto's cape and gloves, along with Dante's coat and Frank's shirt, all coming together, even though there's a bit of variation going on in between. It'll be great to see these players. Do you have any predictions ahead of time who you think will get the first 3 games? And if you think this will be a set with a lot of adjustment where people play differently over time, or if it's like people already have clear game plans and are going into it with the assumption that it's just like execute the game plan better if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, with a mirror match, it's really hard to gauge what your opponent is going to do because you kind of have to know what their options are. So I imagine maybe the first 2 or 3 games, maybe both of them feeling each other out, figuring out who has a better confirm off of jam session or shopping cart, who has better grab confirm. So hopefully we'll see a lot of that on display. Here we go. Both went for the grab at the round start. They canceled each other out.
It's so threatening. But even though the jam session was able to get the hit, it didn't confirm. This time the hit does confirm, though. Should be able to kill off Magneto. Would you invest the resources to get the throw? Oh! Gets to 16 hits and is going to have the THC available.
What a great decision right there. He had to know exactly when to launch that S and raw tag Frank. I don't know about the... Well, I guess he was in chip range, so good move on that one. Oh.
And even though I feel like when Frank is low level, he has a kind of hard time dealing with Dante just like being obnoxious and keeping away. Once Frank is leveled up, Dante's accustomed to being able to ignore the fact that he's slow because his sword is really long, but his sword is nowhere near as long as paddle saws are.
Absolutely.
He just needs to tolerate that.
All right. So what does exactly the scenario you were describing? What does a level 1 Frank do against a full team and level 5? You got to play with a lot of zombies, I imagine.
Yeah, zombies are good even at low level, and then if there happens to be a hard read available, you see Frank take to the air or something, and you're able to hit with the shopping cart super in order to kill off an assist, it could be pretty influential, but this time Noble just carried the momentum through. There wasn't the opportunity for Rika to come back with that Frank. This time she's getting momentum right at the beginning, is able to get the hit, air dash down, and has the THC available. Should be up to level 5 and get the kill on Magneto.
Wow, that worked out. Right. So he couldn't use jam session. That was a risk. I don't know if I would have used Magneto for the mix on that one since Dante had the double jump. Can he get the confirm? Yep.
Gets the confirm. And I like the investment of X Factor, but not if you get hit. The investment of X Factor is okay as long as you ride that momentum into the end of the set. But both of them have now used X Factor. It's a Frank Dante mirror. I don't think level 4 versus level 5 really has that much variation overall. Like 4 and 5 are functionally the same for how they behave. It's just a little bit of that bonus health, bonus damage, but the actual like speed and like if you're making the same decisions, you'll get the same relative outcomes.
Yeah, the knowledge check on that last interaction. Noble was trying to stall to miss out from all the Dante mix, and Rika Reedman decided to just run up and launch, but then decided not to hit anything, thinking that the Dante super would have interrupted the combo. So both players are really showing their patience and knowledge on their team here. That's a pretty clean kill.
And I like that even though the first match it looked like all the momentum was on Noble's side, Rika doesn't get discouraged in the least bit, having a very clean Frank Dante game for game 2. This time neither of them get their chest bump throw into victory. Let's see how these Magnetos end up playing neutral, especially with like shopping cart from certain ranges is able to beat out jam session, but jam session getting rid of things like magnetic blast is just so powerful in the mirror.
Right, and I think both of them are they want to be jockeying above where shopping cart definitely will hit, but definitely not too high so they can't confirm off of a random jam session. It looks like they're both going to be throwing out their air H attacks to try to see if they can confirm that, because both I think are able to take a random air H confirm into a full-on Dante or I guess Frank level up, and he's just going to squeeze Frank, I guess.
Yes, and when you squeeze Frank here, squeeze has a lot of hits, so you're able to get the follow-up. Oh, did
Oh
not
my
get the timing
god.
on Disruptor. Uh, One of the things I noticed about the differences in neutral is when the Magneto mirror was going on, Rika was much more heavy disruptor oriented,
Mhm.
while Noble was much more of the magnetic blast. But as soon as the matchup changed and it was Magneto versus Frank, Rika's Magneto was way more in magnetic blast mode to get the fight, and blocking the first part of that incoming mix-up. But you need to block way more than one time to make it out in Marvel, not just one chance.
Right. Oh wow, still with X Factor on their side. I think they're gonna probably kill Frank without X Factor. I don't know about burning all the meter. Maybe a DHC. Oh, I guess he's gonna do all three. I guess Magneto to Dante probably wouldn't have killed Frank.
I think right there, if you wanted to save meter, it would be possible to go for the THC. Oh, if that was a bait, Rika is a genius.
Yeah.
Just like being like, oh, I need to X. I must be in a terrible state. It's like, no, I still have jam session. Go in.
And they got the two supers. That's gonna bring him down. Yep. I think if Noble would have even blocked that, he would have been forced to fall into the $1 million.
Um, at the height, I think that what Noble needed to do is if he had air dashed up vertically, would have been able to block in time, advancing guard the shockwave, and then fly afterwards to stay at a height that's $1 million.
Noble showing off his air heavy confirms, but tried to do a reset that was not tricky enough. Oh, and there's Frank to pick up the blue light special.
Thank goodness for Frank. I'm curious how Frank would vary on point if he just had that as a move instead of only as an assist.
Jeez Louise.
But getting those zombies out, I'm curious in which situations each of these players go for single zombie versus the zombie plus the spinning toss version. Because it seems like sometimes they're going for both, and I'm not sure which kill setups let them go for which things. Oh, but this is going to be all the hits, which means all the levels, and is going to kill off Dante in the process.
Wow. I think Frank lives. Oh, never
Frank
mind.
doesn't
He still had the ground bounce and everything. That looked a little janky at the end, so it looks like Rika Reedman decided to use X Factor to really finish it off. 214 hits.
That's one of those things where you're like, I can't afford everything I need at the grocery store, going to the dollar store to try and figure out some things, but actually like making something tasty with it. Rika managed to salvage that situation, but now needs to deal with that 2020 anchor, the Dark Magneto, and this is how you should be able to build enough for the level 3.
Yeah, we might have our... Oh!
No level 3 available!
It's anyone's actually game. If Magneto gets the touch, he can definitely kill with all this meter.
Oh, definitely. And it's very possible for Dante to get the chip here, but it's really hard to get the situation where you pin down Magneto enough that he needs to eat the Thunderbolts and the Vortexes and the Hysterics and all of that nonsense.
Oh, that's gonna hit. Yes. Will he pull him forward and kill?
I would hope so.
No, he didn't pull forward.
Did it too early. I think that the knockback didn't wait long enough for... Dante's still alive. Vortex still available.
We're on pins and needles here. I don't want this to be the first of 3 right here. Oh, that was a bad disruptor.
Rika taking the first to 3, but will she take the first to 10? Noble has had some really good strings going on here. Like that X Factor Magneto had the chance to come back, but Rika was just too clutch with her Dante. Like Dante, a lot of people just play jam session assist, but if you're able to get value out of him as a character when you're fighting something like Magneto, it makes everything much easier. And looks like Frank up to level 4, and there have been a lot of situations where these incoming mix-ups have just not quite worked, and then Rika has taken a hit on both her own character and her assist as she tries to clean it up.
Yeah, Noble did not want that super to hit there. He should have waited a little bit longer so that Frank could actually use the spinning state to level up. I did put bets live. Actually, this one will be for the first to 7 now, since we can figure out who's going to win the first to 10 after that bet. Hopefully it's a lot closer to that point.
Putting in some of my very own channel points on Rika, because like seeing that first bit of momentum built, I'm pretty excited for her, but I'm not counting out Noble by any means. And
Yeah.
even in this game where things are looking bad, X Factor, oh no, the
Oh,
instant overhead light.
is that a jump back air light?
That's pretty clean. Like, I love the knowledge there where it's like, oh, I could do either forward or back, and the confirm is still going to be proper in this situation. Rika knows what to pressure within the situation, what's going to work. Nice stuff.
This team, this is the type of team that if you get it going and the momentum is on your side, it's really hard to come out of this pit. And Rika with the 4-win streak right now.
And Magneto's going for those. They just managed to get over in time and get the punish. Rika has been getting the, like, after that first game, it seems like Rika's getting advantage pretty consistently at the beginning of the match, and her Magneto is just, it looks like Rika can take down the King of Spain pretty consistently and is getting to level up Frank, but all of these jam sessions are not necessarily following up into the safe situations.
Wow.
Magneto, no! You went up for
I don't know if Noble's having jumps or something. It looks like his inputs are kind of trying to come out one way, but then coming out another.
Oh, I was so slow. It just took me. We're 5 games into the set, and I just realized that like the King of Spain and Noble is a pun. I was too slow. Good on you, Noble, for having the tech beyond our commentator knowledge.
Wow, good recovery on that move. That's what. Oh wow. Oh, that's not gonna. You can't confirm anything into this.
No. In that situation, if you want to confirm, you could X Factor dash summon Dante Disruptor, and that way you could kill the character.
Wow.
But oh, you know what's gonna kill a character? Frank in level 4 already, using X Factor, getting the confirm on Dante.
Wow, I wonder what Noble is thinking right now. I mean, he can't be thinking, you know, anything negative, because you can't think that way, especially when you're facing a mirror match. You have to probably just slow it down and figure out what is going wrong in these matches. And this is a perfect way to bring the momentum back in your favor.
Exactly. It decides to invest X Factor. How do you feel about that? I think if Magneto dies here, then that's fine. But if Magneto gets the opportunity to live, Magneto dies. Now it's pretty good, because I don't think that X Factor 3 helps Frank enough in the matchup against leveled up Frank for it to really be that threatening. And if I would rather have level 4 Frank than have level 3 X Factor with rank 1 Frank.
Right. The worst thing that can happen to Noble right now is a happy birthday.
Yeah, one of those like hard reads on, oh geez, Rika's willing to swing there. Like some people would be afraid of X Factor in order to keep the Frank alive. Needs to eat a mix up, but ends up being okay.
Yeah, Noble tried to poke Rika there with some light attacks, trying to gauge out a push block. Exactly a happy birthday. Snap? Oh no, I guess no. Oh, maybe they were trying to snap. I wonder why they were just standing there.
I do not know what the intended. Well, I'm not sure at that height in X Factor 3 what amount of follow-ups you're able to get.
I'm pretty sure that after Shopping Cart, most Frank Quests can actually just do a snap to get the next character out. And sometimes a snap is enough to kill. Wow, what a grab.
It seems like both last game and this game, Noble has been having a lot more fortune in the Magneto mirror side of things. Rika had really been dominating that and just getting momentum at the beginning of the game. But this time, not choosing to invest the X Factor, even though it had worked out on that last one, doesn't need the resources for it this time, just because hitting a single character instead of Happy Birthday is able to get the kill and has level 5 Frank for the incoming on Dante. Let's see if some zombies come out, some jam sessions. Rika knows the mix-ups, but still gets hit. Dante is going to lose all of his life, and again, it's up to level 1 Frank.
I think the adjustment that Noble has made, honestly, has just been to... It looks like he's staggering a lot of his block strings a little more than what he had been in the previous matches, especially with the Magneto mirror. And that might be messing up with Rika Reedman's, reads on this man. And that was a perfect, gosh, that's an exclamation point and a half.
Noble showing that just because the beginning of the set went kind of scary, this is just like both of them are great players, and if you let a great player get momentum, they'll kill you with it. So, and Noble showing that just because those first couple games momentum did not go his way, can still be an incredible threat here. It looks like back to that part of neutral that Rika had been doing earlier, going for a lot more of those heavy disruptors in the mirror against Magneto. Going for the TAC and
Wow,
Frank.
that's the
Okay.
first we've seen of that one.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the TAC can be useful, but it means you're probably not going to get the ideal kill out of the situation, and it's still a reset.
This entire sequence all was based on Noble teching forward in that last interaction with Frank West. If he had teched backward, he still would have put himself in the corner, absorbed some more Frank pressure, but just that tech forward got Magneto out of that mix and allowed him to open him up, and here we are, level up Frank.
Being unpredictable with your techs and not just holding back is such an important part of defense in Marvel, because people do drop some percent of the time, and being ready for the drops to happen is so important. Oh,
the
nice
photo finish.
Camera.
Yes, that move is so deceptively large. Wow, Noble on his own streak now.
Noble taking out that panoramic camera, making sure it could get the entire environment in. Let's see if Rika's gonna bust out with the telephoto lens for a little bit farther range of photo poke. Oh, but it looks like this time ability is coming out as the King of Spain gets in his loop, going to get those extra hits in, and has the dry tag into Frank for the THC.
Neither of them have missed that tag. I know that can sometimes provide a bit of a frustration for players of these types of teams. Missed that hard knockdown. Yeah.
For both of these players, really nice work on when the other person does drop something, often near the end of the combo, making sure to capitalize on it and turning it into a situation that's a kill or leads to their win condition. And with that, Rika is going to take what looked like the most terrible situation she could be in, get rid of the level 5 rank, have a level 5 rank of her own, and because it's a cinematic finish, gets that ideal incoming with jam session assist.
Oh man, that was invisible. That last minute roll forced Noble to take the rest of jam session.
I feel like it's one of those things where that type of mix-up is not a reaction, it's like a player read. You need to know that this is the type of thing the player likes to do, because trying to figure out if they're on your left or your right from a visible reference is not really a feasible way to approach that mix-up. Oh, nice job just like trying to bait some sort of behavior, going in and out with Magneto, but not committing to anything on the ground because either the shopping cart's
That was gonna be a great read if he was maybe a little spaced out farther. Oh, he did it again.
and now
Dante's there. Yep.
Oh,
high low. Oh wow, that was a cross low. That was great. Kill him.
But that 2020 anchor is still around. Magneto. Oh, he's not. Oh, he is still around. There had been so many little scrambly things, but it looks like Rika is going to be able to do this. Is she going to use? She uses the gravity squeeze instead of the X Factor in case there's a need to like get out of block stun or be able to punish some behavior that Noble's going for. This is a pretty ideal state for Magneto in the matchup, even though there's not meter. It's like you could chip with like 4 heavy disruptors or so right now, and it's very safe to do so. Oh, there's one that just hit. You don't need to chip if your opponent doesn't block.
Magneto can absolutely just super jump and meet Dante up there with a few disruptors of his own with the counter. That was, oh my. I think that's going to kill, or at least burn the rest of the X Factor.
Right.
Wow.
Very nice work to Noble, clutching it out against those disruptors were available, got the timing for Rika's attempts to get the punish with them, got the teleport for the kill.
Sharing the same team, sharing the same brain cell. That whole sequence was almost both players doing the exact same thing, calling jam session, going for grab, doing air S after the tech. This is wonderful to see.
Oh, in that interaction that just happened there, Magneto's 2H will actually blow up Jam Session, so you could summon your own Jam Session 2H into Disruptor, and it will punish some of the types of movement that Magneto was doing there. Oh, but those tags into Frank have been so consistent. The follow-ups have had a little bit of squiggles and occasional drops, but like I think that this is going to be the end of Magneto, and it is this time.
And both characters, or both players, I should say, they're doing, I think, what any normal person should do against this game, or this team, is kill it in order. Because Magneto is definitely the big front of this spear, and he can definitely help with Dante's approach and Frank. So once Magneto's dead, dedicate your resources to killing Dante, and then level 1 Frank on his own. Although scary in the right hands, it doesn't have a lot of options on the incoming, as we just saw.
And I like that investment of X Factor. If you... Oh no! I would have liked that investment of X Factor if it got the kill. But instead, there's going to be a hit on Magneto. Is going to take him down a little bit. Tried to use Magneto as a way to just like get access to...
I cannot believe that. Oh, that zombie is amazing.
It is. And that shopping cart did half-life on Frank. The hit, but did not get the confirm.
Noble's trying to just go a standing back H to grab the situation out, but Reedman with the pretty much TK knee drops, I think.
And those knee drops have been very good footsies. Just like a lot of the pokes that Noble was going for in the leveled up Frank against low level Frank matchup were just not very good against the drop in those situations. But Disruptor Assist saves Noble, and with that, is this tied up?
Yeah,
and Noble's favor?
And it's in a reverse streak. Reedman was almost with the 5 wins in a row, but now here's Noble with the 5 wins in a row.
Oh darn. Looks like Noble showing that there's an adaptation at play, but just because Magneto's going to die here doesn't mean it's game over for Reedman. Managed to block so much of that incoming. I feel like both of these players is like they have scarier incomings than their ability to block them, and just like you really don't want the other player to get momentum, because especially with that like level 4 or level 5 Frank and Jam session, it's layered like Zero is. You just need to tolerate the nonsense. And
pretty sure this can kill with this amount of meter. Oh, going for the mix-up because he knew it wouldn't kill actually.
And very nice blocks from Rika. And this is an important situation because on top of everything else that's going on, there's no meter available for Noble, so he can't just invulnerable through if there's a random shopping cart or something. He actually, so there's more things that could be done in neutral. Oh, not anymore.
I wonder
You
why.
used the meter there?
Yeah, I wonder why Rika didn't just go for the damage on that side. Wow! Wow! That is absolute pure knowledge right there, knowing that that was going to hit that way. Or hoping, I guess. That I don't know if that super was intentional. That zombie.
Oh, and gets the hit? Okay, I think that she could get up to maybe level 4 here? If she does
maybe 3.
super
Yeah. I would have used some meter, honestly. Yes, waiting for the DHE. Roll again. Yes, wow, that was so purely... Wow. Everything is ground bounce already. Yeah.
Oh no, but she dropped her hit. She had made that perfect neutral read and then just off of the confirm. Maybe some Parsec things. I don't know how Parsec-y her play is. I've mainly seen her stuff offline. And looks like she can take this to victory though. She's going to kill off Magneto and tie the score up 6-6.
Breaking the streak.
It's real good that you decided to go with the bets going up to 7, because
Yeah.
now it's just a first to 1 match to see
Exactly.
where the channel points go. Both of these players being so clutch and so hyped. Got that cross up heavy, but did not get the confirm off of it.
Wow. Both disruptors canceling right into each other. Noble is fishing for an air grab. I know he wants an air grab because Magneto, Reedman's Magneto has been playing around a lot in the air up there. And I think a lot of Noble's openings have actually been an air grab on Magneto. Oh, the flight late, that's what caused him to fall into that $1 million and get hit by Magneto. Super good break on the attack.
Oh, that could have been a dead Magneto. It's always unfortunate to see a Magneto alive when he could have been gone. I feel like Rika's playing much more defensively. There's a lot more moving forward from Noble. Oh, goes for the X Factor and still got hit. I wonder if it uncrossed up somehow, or like maybe she was going for the throw read and then the throw just like didn't quite catch in time to give him vulnerability from the shockwave.
I think it was actually Noble's initial shockwave, and then he DHC'd into a double trigger. And once he teleported, the shockwaves kept coming, and then Rika's X Factor exposed her to that initial shockwave. It's looking pretty grim for this level 1 Frank, but never count him out.
We have seen her level 1 Frank do work, but the character needs to be alive in order to do that work.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Saw Magneto coming in, and it's just like the cavalry is not fast enough today. Feels as sad and slow as Dante's buttons, but Dante's buttons are still enormous swords, and before Frank's leveled up, it feels really hard to deal with, like, just air medium, airplay, bit of hysteric thrown in there. It's like, other than that zombie, he just needs to kind of tolerate it, and that jump or dash under was so sweet. Noble going to take the first 7 games. It's 7-6. Will Noble take 3 more, or is the final 4 going to be for Rika?
All right, who's going to win this first of 10 all the way?
Ooh, this is how Noble wants the extension of it to start. Getting the hit on Magneto, getting Frank leveled up, isn't going to have the kill here, I think. No, it does not have the kill. I do not like situations where Rika gets to live with this character because she could do something threatening, and it like that, if only that had been a confirm, it would have been potentially the end of Frank and a leveled up Frank of her own. Now she needs to deal with chip damage here. How do you feel about dry tagging into Frank? It gets Magneto's red health back, but he is in a terrifying situation right now.
Yeah, I think Magneto's incoming may be a little more solid than Frank, especially. And I think Frank being the meat shield on this port, Rika is definitely thinking that maybe a THC at the right time can help confirm a happy birthday, because that's what's going to save Rika now, especially if Frank does not kill Dante, which I think he's going to.
Well, I think that Dante is dead. Dante Must Die. It was apparently what is it, a Dead Rising game now?
Yes. Wow, that was a quick game there. Noble still keeping the momentum on his side. Now earlier, when Rika won the first of 3, or I guess got to 5, Noble actually took a small break, and I might recommend that Rika take just a moment to figure out what is actually going on here, because it must be so jarring to face the exact mirror image of your team, just different costumes.
And this could be the end of Magneto. I care more about killing Magneto than getting Frank leveled. Oh no, but you get neither Magneto killed or Frank leveled, and Noble may get to level Frank in a way that doesn't require losing Dante's red life even. That sounds pretty nice.
Commentator's curse is real. I didn't want to believe it at first, but gosh, every time it's happened. Level 4 Frank, nothing to spit at. He's probably going to keep level 4 Frank in for the mix.
Yeah, and because of that cinematic, Dante went from like having 1/3 life to having 2/3 life right now, because
Correct.
Devil Trigger plus being out of in the back. Now with $1 million, this is just going to be the end of Dante very quickly.
Noble is playing ruthlessly right now, absolutely expending all resources to defeat Dante and the happy birthday.
That's exactly what Rika needs though, and with that, this is going to kill off Dante for sure, and kill off Frank.
Level 4 and dead Frank. Snap, watch, snap. Oh no, I guess, I'm sure you can.
I think it's if you hit it at a very specific height with, oh, very nice job with the zombie, because it'll go through those projectiles. Magnetic Plus, oh, gets the hit. This is going to be a level 3. Is this the end of Frank? It looks like.
Oh, what a drop.
The end of Frank.
Needs nothing. Oh, I wonder if you could have just raw super to capture Magneto there.
I think what Rika was doing was going for the roll, because there is this obnoxious thing that happens where Magneto will whiff their gravity squeeze on you, and then you're like, I could hit a button, and there's a delayed hitbox that comes in afterwards and kills the character. So she was just like making sure she had invulnerability through all of it.
If you hear a dog barking, it's my Basset Hound is communicating to me.
Basset Hounds get hyped for Marvel 2. I'm sure that seeing they want that Arthur alternate where he goes into all bones mode. It's just like a pile of treats that looks like a knight. It looks pretty good, but right now we have Magneto's throwing magnetic blast and Jam Session getting the confirm for a moment, but not long enough to convert into a full combo.
Yeah, both are just playing it on their own, trying to keep the other away.
Oh, I don't think that's what Rika wanted. I think that since Jam Session was summoned too recently, the THC was not the version that she wanted, and pulled out Frank as the support character instead. And because of that, now she's down on meter and is going to lose Magneto. Oh, but I don't think Frank really oh, yeah, it's barely level 3? No, level 3. That's not
Wow.
level 3 Frank actually has some deficits over previous, like level 1 and 2 Franks, so he's in this really weird zone, but he does have a very big broom to hit things with, uses that X Factor, gets the hit. Dante is going to lose all of his life. It's their time to get a picture. No, doesn't get up to level 4, but this is still just against level 1.
Wow, that didn't even kill the zombie, that knee drop. Oh, what a drop. That Disruptor really disrupted that combo.
I guess somebody needs to tell Frank that knees aren't what you need against zombies. You need to shoot them in the head or something like that. Knee drop is not the technique to kill a zombie. But really nice work. I appreciate when, because in these bad situations where she's down to level 1 Frank, she uses a lot more of the charge back forward zombie and the half circle back zombie. Just like making sure to put in the work. Oh, gets the hit.
Save the wall bounce. Good thing that... see? Rika tried it. Because it does work. It's just, I guess it's on the right height. That's going to defeat them both? My goodness, the zombies are so crazy.
And gets the pictures on Dante. Because of that, now she has the better sets of tools, has the things to chip, which are exceptionally good in X Factor. And Dante pressing a button when he did not have the opportunity. I think that even though like Frank is the super leveled up character, that Magneto against Frank with these levels is probably still Magneto favored. Oh, you can't shockwave there.
I wonder if Rika's gonna just go for chip right here. Oh,
that was a gutsy like hard read maneuver.
wow!
Gets the hit with the very tip of the paddle saws. Nice job by Rika using all of that range that she has on her normals. Oh,
it is 8-8, tied up.
See,
God,
nice
I love
work
some
for
Marvel.
both of these players. It's just like neither of them, because both of them had solid streaks go against them and were able to make the recovery.
Right.
There's a lot of times where someone starts losing and then you see their soul get crushed into a tiny ball. But both of these players being clutch, making sure to reestablish the type of mental conditions they need to win.
And a great confirm on Noble's part right there, knowing that Jam Session was going to keep him at that right distance and, God, slapping him around. Poor Magneto. He will live, though. Let's see if Rika can give us a good confirm.
And this time, TAC chooses to just invest all the resources to get access to level 5 Frank, and should be able to kill here as well. Oh no, does not go for a kill, gets a happy birthday, which is better than a kill, because now there's going to be no Dante and an incoming mix-up on Magneto.
Wow, just a raw S. I don't know if that was the actual move they were going for, maybe they wanted to roll, but the raw S hit.
And going for that triple hyper combo again. This is going to eliminate Magneto. Throws the bottle for good measure. Wants to make sure Frank gets all the credit for that victory.
Rika is on game point, and Rika is showing her adaptation to a lot of Noble's habits. She's gotten a lot of happy birthday victories, or at least close to them. And that might be shaking Noble up a little bit. Good grab.
Oh, and we see that there are people cheering for Rika in the chat. But I'm sure that some of the Canadian fans are going to hop on to support Noble as well, because both of these players are hype. I love Rika, I also love Noble. Like, both these folks doing work, and this time, Noble has that momentum with Frank, is able to get up to level 4, and goes for the funny face smasher, but Rika knows how that setup works. This is a character with a double jump. She can get out of there safely.
The first attempt for that move this entire set. That was almost a confirm there.
X Factor has been used. We've seen Rika's level 1 Frank do work multiple times, but she's not going to get the opportunity to this time, I think. Looks like this is going to be the end of the game. And tied up.
Oh, wow. Got the meter on the last one. 9-9. Everyone, if you made your bets, you better be sitting on that right now, because I'm sweating. I don't know who it's going to go to. First hit probably is going to make the match.
Oh, That was the first hit, but then
That
there's
was so weird.
opportunity to play. Oh, and Rika gets the throw and the confirm off of this. This looks like she is well set up to get at least level 5 Frank. Goes for the THC and is going to get the confirm on Magneto. Is this going to be a kill and leveled up, or just level?
I think Magneto lives? Oh, almost.
This is done. Goodbye.
Yeah. So
Very nice
Dante,
work by Rika.
I wonder if what is Rika gonna mix this up with? Very good block. Oh, the length of those paddles.
That must be why she was going for the Disruptor version of the incoming. We actually saw the full version of it that time, because the zombie forces the block, and then if they run away and double jump and jump backwards, the backwards move speed of someone like Dante is going to get caught by jam sessions. So nice work to her. Now that we could actually see like some of the full extension of why she was going for that mix up earlier, because you pointed out like why is she summoning Disruptor when she has jam session assist for those incoming, but it looks like it's part of the longer incoming as long as the zombie's set up in time to summon.
Wow!
Oh! Magneto made it through all by luck. This is a fortunate situation for Rika.
Wow! Noble ran right into that grab. He was trying to fight the gravitation, but I think a TAC is coming. I'm gonna guess up. Never mind. Why? Who needs that?
Oh no! I don't know about letting Noble live. This is a scary prospect. Just because Frank is not level 5 does not mean he's not a character. Oh, maybe it does
This
mean
might
he's
be
not
it.
A
Yeah. Wow.
And with that, the closest y'all can get, 9-9 going to 10-9 in Rika's favor. She finishes it off with that Frank, and we see the Magneto Dante Frank mirror taken by Rika in this battle between excellent players.
That was close all the way through, as we saw. Full 9 to 10